Welcome back to my channel. Please subscribe and press the notification bell. There's something striking about a motorcycle that doesn't just look good, but feels like a bold declaration on two wheels. The 2025 Benda Dark Flag 500 is exactly that. It's not just a bike here, it's an attitude. A machine built for those who live and breathe a rebellious spirit, who crave a mix of raw power, sleek design, and a bit of futuristic edge. In a world dominated by predictable cruiser templates, the Dark Flag 500 stands out like a black knight in a sea of silver soldiers. Benda, a name that's been slowly but surely climbing the ladder in the motorcycle world, has gone all in with this one. They've taken the cruiser DNA, injected it with muscle bike influence, and wrapped it in a dark, sinister aesthetic that makes you want to ride under the moonlight rather than the sun. And with the 2025 model, they've refined this beast even further, improving performance, sharpening the design, and enhancing rider experience in ways that matter both on the open road and in the city streets. Let's talk design first, because that's what hits you immediately. The Benda Dark Flag 500 is aggressive, low-slung, and menacing in all the right ways. The matte black finish screams stealth mode, while the sharp LED lighting up front gives it a futuristic vibe. The headlamp unit is a sculpted, angular piece of art, something you'd expect on a concept bike rather than a production model. The side profile is just as stunning, a long wheelbase, fat rear tire, and a minimalistic yet bold silhouette that turns heads even when it's parked. What really ties the look together is the attention to detail. From the chopped fenders to the exposed components and the beautifully machined parts, everything feels premium. The exhaust design is particularly noteworthy. It doesn't just sound mean, it looks it too. Benda clearly took some inspiration from American muscle cruisers but added a distinctive Asian design touch, creating a blend that's both familiar and refreshingly unique. Powering the 2025 Dark Flag is a 496cc V4 engine. Yes, a V4 in a 500cc class bike. That alone sets it apart from most of the competition, who are still playing with twins. The V4 configuration delivers smoother power, better high-rev performance, and a unique engine note that's throaty, raspy, and deeply satisfying. You don't just ride this engine, you feel it in your bones. It produces around 55 horsepower and over 45 Nm of torque, which might not sound like much on paper, but in real-world riding, it's more than enough to make the bike feel lively, responsive, and fun. Acceleration is punchy, and the bike pulls strongly through the mid-range. It's not about top speed bragging, right? So it's about effortless cruising with a strong dose of torque whenever you twist the throttle. In city traffic, it feels manageable and nimble, but on open roads, it stretches its legs and shows you why the V4 was worth the engineering effort. The engine is mated to a slick 6-speed gearbox, and the gear shifts feel precise and tactily, just the way a cruiser should feel. Handling-wise, the 2025 Benda Dark Flag 500 surprises you. It may look like a bulky cruiser, but once you're on it, the weight is well balanced. Cornering isn't its primary goal, but it leans in with confidence and holds its line with surprising composure. The chassis is rigid, the suspension is tuned for comfort but doesn't get too floaty, and the fat tires provide decent grip even on imperfect roads. Up front, you get upside-down forks, and the rear uses a mono-shock setup that's preload adjustable, so you can tweak it based on your riding style or load. The braking setup is solid, too. Dual front discs and a rear disc with ABS as standard give you good stopping power. It's not sport bike sharp, but for a cruiser, it delivers the kind of progressive bite you'd want. You feel confident throwing anchors even at higher speeds, and the feedback through the lever is predictable. One of the most impressive upgrades on the 2025 model is the electronic suite. This isn't a bare-bones analog machine anymore. Benda has stepped into the modern age with a fully digital TFT display that's crisp, vibrant, and packs all the info you need, from speed and gear position to fuel consumption, trip meters, and even Bluetooth connectivity for smartphone integration. You can take calls, manage music, and even get navigation prompts if paired with the right app. It's a welcome step forward, showing Benda's intention to compete not just on looks but on tech too. The ergonomics of the bike are spot on for a cruiser-style machine. The rider triangle is comfortably, you get mid-set foot pegs, wide bars, and a low seat height that makes you feel in command. Even for taller riders, the seating position is roomy enough for longer rides. The seat itself is sculpted and padded well, offering good support for both rider and pillion. There's even an optional touring seat and backrest if you plan on going the distance. When it comes to practicality, the Benda Dark Flag 500 does well for a bike that leans heavily into style. Fuel economy hovers around 25 to 28 km/L depending on your riding style, and with its decently sized tank, you're looking at a good 300 plus km range per fill. That's not bad at all for a V4 powered cruiser. There's also enough ground clearance to handle everyday urban speed bumps and uneven roads without scraping the bottom. Customization options are growing, too. Benda has introduced a catalogue of accessories including custom exhausts, bar and mirrors, saddlebags, and more. This bike is definitely aimed at those who want to personalize their machinery, and the base design makes for a perfect canvas. You can go full blackout, retro mod, or even lean into a more performance-inspired look with a few tweaks. In terms of competition, the Benda Dark Flag 500 sits in a unique spot. It's not quite in the league of bigger cruisers like the Vulcan 650 or the Rebel 1100, but it's definitely punching above its weight class in terms of character and tech. Compared to other 500cc cruisers or street bikes, it offers more presence, more torque, and arguably a more premium experience. That makes it a really compelling option for riders who want something different, to something that feels special without breaking the bank. And speaking of pricey, Benda has managed to keep it competitive. While the final pricing may vary depending on markets and local taxes, the 2025 Dark Flag 500 offers serious value for money. You're getting distinctive styling, a V4 engine, modern tech, and solid build quality at a price point that undercuts many traditional brands. It's a smart move, and one that's bound to get more eyes on the brand. So, who is this bike for? If you're someone who wants a cruiser that doesn't feel old school, a midweight bike that offers more soul than a naked commuter, and a machine that looks like it belongs in a sci-fi movie, the Benda Dark Flag 500 is worth a serious look. It's not for everyone, but that's exactly the point. It's for the few who like their rides a little darker, a little louder, and a whole lot cooler. Whether you're a new rider looking for your first cruiser, or a seasoned rider wanting a second bike with attitude, this machine ticks a lot of boxes. And more than anything, it's a conversation starter, a bike that gets noticed, gets talked about, and most importantly, gets ridden. So if you're looking to make a statement in 2025, forget the mainstream. Throw your leg over the Dark Flag, fire up that V4, and ride into the night. Because some bikes are built to go fast. Others are built to go far. But this one? This one's built to make you feel something every time you twist the throttle. Thanks for watching, and wait for the next video.